The 2021 NFL draft class will be looked back on as having 5 quarterbacks selected in the top 15 picks, a generational talent as an offensive weapon in Kyle Pitts, and of course we can't forget Ja'Marr Chase either. Now there are several other great players from this class like the soon-to-be Defensive Rookie of the Year in Micah Parsons, and of course both left tackles in Penei Sewell and Rashawn Slater. But with the discussion of the Rookie of the Year award right now, and offensive and defensive to be clear, surrounding around 3 players, those being Mac Jones, Ja'Marr Chase, and Micah Parsons, and presumably Mac Jones and Micah Parsons to win based on if the Patriots keep up what they're doing, we are going to shine light on several other players in today's video that are in their own rights having good rookie seasons and who also deserve some love that they may not be getting due to the big 3 from their draft class. So without further ado, let's begin. Starting on the offensive side of the ball, it is Jets second-round pick Elijah Moore, the speedy receiver from Ole Miss. Elijah was viewed as a good draft prospect, not an elite franchise-changing prospect 7 months ago, but clearly below Ja'Marr and Devontae Smith, and there was nothing wrong with that given how good of a prospect Ja'Marr was, and Devontae too for that matter, and Devontae also won the Heisman Trophy Award in his final season at Alabama. Now, there was certainly speculation of whether or not Moore was going to be a first-round pick, and after narrowly missing out on being one, Elijah was the Jets' 3rd pick of the draft, after Zach Wilson of course, and after they traded up to get their left guard of the future in Elijah Vera Tucker. Now, Elijah Moore, the receiver, wasn't supposed to be what Ja'Marr is right now, and that's fine, and the expectations of rookie receivers has been thrown off over the past few years, due in large part to Justin Jefferson having a 1,400-yard year in 2020, CeeDee Lamb having a productive year in 2020, and Chase Claypool scoring a lot of touchdowns during his rookie season as well. And Ja'Marr, especially after the Ravens game, the 200-yard game, his season statistically speaking has cooled down since. But Elijah Moore very quietly over the past month has been productive and has been showing the Jets a lot of promise for their future in what they hope is one filled with Zach Wilson to more connections. Sure, Elijah didn't get off to a great start to his career, as in the first 5 games, he had 26 targets and had just 9 receptions within those targets. But when you're on a team with a rookie QB, and you are also being thrown the ball by a rookie quarterback and play Bill Belichick's Patriots twice, Elijah missed a few games, so despite the Patriots game being in Week 7, it was Elijah's 5th game. Yeah, there's naturally going to be some struggles, some growing pains, and of course some time to adjust to the pace of the NFL, and of course how physically demanding the league is on top of it. But since then, Elijah has not missed a game, and has had 39 passes thrown his way, has hauled in 28 of those passes for 382 yards and 4 touchdowns in 5 games, which by the way is equivalent to a 90, 12, 22, and 13 stat line over the course of a 16-game season. Elijah Moore is turning into a very good NFL receiver right before our eyes, and he most definitely deserves some love in today's video with how he has played over the past month and some change. Next is a player that I absolutely loved in the draft process, and it is Javon Holland of the Miami Dolphins. Holland to me was very similar to Antoine Winfield Jr., currently of the Bucs, in an NFL draft comp, in which he was a true hybrid player, and Holland could play anywhere. And we've seen him do a little bit of everything with the Dolphins, from breaking up passing plays, to recovering 3 fumbles so far in the year, to returning kicks, and everything else in between. Holland is truly one of my favorite rookies, and I will gladly share that with anyone. He has 5 quarterback hits on the year and 2 interceptions so far in his rookie campaign. Now, Micah Parsons will unfortunately overshadow Holland for what has been truly a great rookie season and one he will build on for years to come. And if there was a formal all-NFL rookie team the way the NBA has all-NBA first and second rookie teams, along with everything else they have team-wise, Holland would be a part of the all-NFL rookie first team. And while in a division with NFL players like Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and other rookies like Mac Jones and Zach Wilson, and even even his teammate Jalen Waddle, for example, Holland naturally gets overshadowed, as most rookie safeties do. Very rarely does a rookie safety, or in Holland's case, a true defensive hybrid player, receive a lot of national recognition and praise, and especially one on a losing team with two other contenders in the division that could very well represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. But for Holland specifically, this is a steal of a draft pick and a player everyone will be much more familiar with in the next couple of years. Two players on the East Coast, and now we head west to Javante Williams in Denver, a second-round running back from the University of North Carolina. Now, Javante's college teammate and backfield partner from UNC could also be featured in today's video, which of course would be Michael Carter, a running back on the Jets, but we are instead going to focus on Javante. Now, Javante, like Elijah Moore, had a bit of a slow start to his NFL career, and statistically Javante was going to be limited as a rookie when a veteran like Melvin Gordon was going to be his backfield partner at the NFL level. And I loved this from a roster standpoint from Denver and from the front office part, because I do not believe in handing the ball to a back 300 to 320 times a year fresh out of college, have them produce for you for 4 or 5 years, then pay them big money and be absolutely shocked that the tread on the tires in that amount of span has caught up. Javante has 117 carries in 11 games, which translate to 10.6 per game, and in terms of keeping your investment safe, I love what the Broncos are doing between him and Melvin. Now, I 100% expect Javante to fully take over, whether it is by the end of this year or early 2022, but Javante will at least, I would be very surprised if he did not fully take over, similar to what Philip Lindsay did back in 2018. Williams is a player certainly on the rise, and a player who is in a situation similar to Javon Holland, in a division with big-name quarterbacks on a team that will not make the playoffs in 2021, speaking of Denver, and is a player that, if you took his last 3 games, would translate to an 1,100-yard rushing season. And from one rookie running back, we go to another to discuss 49ers running back Elijah Mitchell. Mitchell has been a very good running back for San Francisco, and one thing I do want to note and say about Mitchell is he is a running back making plays, and I realize that may sound obvious, but hear me out here. Running backs always get discounted in San Francisco because of Kyle Shanahan, and while Kyle certainly has some impact on this, yes, it's not like opposing defensive coordinators are going into their meetings all week and saying, well, shucks guys, let's just go and throw in the towel because they're so good. We're going to give up 200 yards rushing against San Francisco and not try and make Jimmy Garoppolo beat us. They're just too good at running the football. No, defenses give 110% against San Francisco every single game because they are, quite frankly, sick of hearing this narrative and they want to be the team to put a stop to it. Now, Elijah has 4 100-yard games on the season, and by the time I release this video, it could very well be 5 100-yard games, as I am recording this on Saturday, as the 49ers play the Seahawks in Week 13 on Sunday. But this discounted narrative of his credit because he plays for Kyle Shanahan implies it's significantly easier to rush for 100 yards every week is quite honestly annoying, because if it were that simple, don't you think every running back would try and get the San Francisco to extend their personal success and play on a team where the preferred motto is run the football and play good defense? Yeah, anyways, my point is Elijah Mitchell has had a great year, and there at this point in time is no reason to think he can't be the starter for them for the next 4 to 5 years, and potentially, I say this in very high quotation marks, potentially be a Super Bowl champion running back, and that would require Trey Lance to come in and be a good starting quarterback. But for today's video, Elijah Mitchell is certainly having a good season relative to his 6th round pick. There have been a few other rookies flying under the radar that I want to highlight, and a big one is Steelers tight end Pat Freiermuth. Pat, over the past 6 games, has really turned it up relative to where he was the first few games of his career, and that shouldn't come as a surprise that he and Kyle Pitts, for that matter, struggled coming out of the gates, because most tight ends do. It's really in year 2 and year 3 when guys pick it up at the tight end position, but Pat already has 6 touchdowns in his rookie year, which, to me at least, signifies he will be a successful tight end at the NFL level for quite some time. Now, I didn't mention him yet, but I also love O'Donnell Odafe Oweh of the Ravens, who started the year out hot with the big forced fumble at the end of the Chiefs game and helped Baltimore seal a much-needed Week 2 victory. Other rookies that have been balling include Christian Barmore from the Patriots. I absolutely love his game and think he will be a disruptor for quite some time. Rondale Moore of the Cardinals, absolutely love the way Cliff Kingsbury uses him in the offense, and Azeez Ojulari of the New York Football Giants. Let me know what you think in the comments about other rookies that have been playing great football, kind of under the radar as well for that matter. And until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you did, and have a great day.